Okay, as I said earlier on, that there are some topics that you can write a formal letter on. For example, when you are making a complaint, requesting for something, make an inquiry, or make an application. And I know after your school, you need to go and search for a job, and you can't go into door to door asking for a job. What you need to do, there are some way of requesting for a job is by application. You apply through written, so somebody can understand who you are by writing. In fact, handwritten. I want to give you one of my letter that I wrote when I was applying for a job in your school that you are now. I just want to read it, but you can look at the format of a formal letter. That is application letter. I was applying for it. And if you click my YouTube channel, subscribe, you're going to find different types of letter writing, and I'm going to send you more samples so that you can read them and write a good letter, learn how to write it. It's very important, also examinable. In exam, there are some who are said to write an application letter and they fail to write it. They don't know how to write it. So it has its own formal way. There is formal and informal. I'm going to explain more about formal now, but later on I'm going to explain to you, after that I'm going to explain to you what informal is by giving more examples. But today, let's focus on formal letter and what we should have in formal letter. Before that, let me read for you the formal letter that I wrote. Edwin Shilesi Beer Box 458, Nairobi, Kenya. The letter is dated 21st January 2019. To the Human Resource Manager, Apaero Sororo Institute, PO Box 4333, Kigali, Rwanda. Dear Sir or Madam, because I don't know whom I'm addressing to. Yeah? Dear Sir or Madam, ref or reference of the letter is application for post of trainer or a teacher. As a highly skilled trainer, I read you are posting for a new teacher with interest. My experience aligns well with the qualification you are seeking at your school. With more than 12 years experience as a trainer, I am adept in team building and team leadership. In addition to my experience and personal qualities, I have a solid educational foundation and a passion for teaching. I'm extremely enthusiastic about lifetime partnership and would welcome the opportunity to contribute to your management team. Please review my attached resume for additional details regarding my expertise and abilities. I will follow up to request an appointment to discuss how my experience and background meets your need. Yours sincerely, then I signed Edwin Shilesi. Look at that. That's my, now you've had, that's my letter. Before I write the letter, I need to check everything, the format of the letter. First of all, there is my address and the addressee. My address is here. This is my address, Edwin Shilesi. Then we have the addressee and the addresser. The one whom I'm addressing to is to Apaer Institute. And we have Dear Sir or Madam. Dear Sir or Madam. Because I don't know who is the manager, who is going to read my letter. If you just specifically write Dear Sir, maybe you know the person you are addressing to. But if you don't know the person you are addressing to, you better write dear sir or madam. But if you just write specifically that, dear madam, that means that you have failed to write a formal letter. Look at the reference. This letter here, you are writing, addressing to someone, maybe somebody who is very busy in the office with other things. So there's some things he wants to skim out into your letter. Yeah? He just read by scanning or skimming up very fast. So the letter should be very brief, very short, with very nice spelling mistakes, quality English, simple English, understandable. Yeah, don't go and put some words that are hard from taking words from the new words from the dictionary, going to impose into it so that they may know who you are. No, make it simpler. It's an information you are requesting for something. This person maybe is not ready to read the whole story. He's very busy in other things. So reference is very important. Don't miss to write the reference. Reference is what you are requesting for. Then another thing, as a highly skilled trainer, I have not started with greetings. Yeah, in the letter, don't put about greetings. How are you? I hope you are well. May God bless you. I hope you start putting there some biblical words because you are born again. Your word does not write. Go straight to the point. Write exactly what you are, what you are after. Yeah? Don't keep on putting other things, other styles inside the letter. Somebody will not read that letter. In fact, the letter will be ignored. If you write to me such a letter, I will not even read it. First of all, as a teacher, if I want to mark the letter, maybe you write for me a letter as a composition writing, as in exam. I used to look at the format first. The format, number one, it gives you 5 marks. Formatting, 5 marks. Secondly, now I'll go to the introduction. How do you introduce the letter? If I find any word there, you have started with I greet you in the name of Jesus Christ. I hope you are well, and whatever thing, Iman and Ziza, I just cross the whole letter because I know that you don't know how to write a formal letter because you never know the person you're writing to. He is a Christian, which religion he is. So make sure when you write the letter, follow the instruction so your address, but not your name, usually goes in the top right hand corner. You will not usually include your telephone number or email address here, but this will be permissible. So your address should be on the right hand. On the right hand, you can see this one here is this is my right hand. This is my right hand. I'm trying to show you here, but you need to be your address should be on the right hand. Another thing, the name and the address of the person you are writing goes below this on the left. Now, you are addressing to the human resource should be below. Skip 2 lines if you are writing or space. Let it be down here. This is which the person I'm addressing to. Then the position of the date is more flexible. Yeah, it can go on the left or the right. So you can write the date on either the side of the addressee or the addresser. Also, avoid putting the day and months the other way around, exchanging them. Maybe you are writing, you start with the year, you follow by month, then the date. No, just put the date, the month, and the year. Don't interchange them. Try not to interchange them. The salutation at the beginning of the letter depends on whether or not you have the name of the person. Yeah, as I said, if you use dear sir, or you are writing specifically to somebody, if you are writing to a doctor, or teacher you know, somebody specifically you know, then you can point out the name. But if you don't know the name, the person, then persona, let the persona be dear sir or dear madam, dear sir or dear madam. Another thing, if maybe you know the person, maybe Mr. Rukundo or Mr. Amos or Mr. Semba, like that, or Mr. Seth, dear Mrs. Bella, dear Miss Fanny, we have Mrs. and we have Miss. These two words are very controversial or contradicting. You need to know them. We have Mrs. and then we have Miss. Yeah, and then we have Mr. Yeah, Mrs. The first one here, if you look at Mrs., she talks about someone's wife. You belong to someone. Yeah, Mrs. Edwin, Mrs. John, Mrs. Rukundo, Mrs. Who? Know what? Yeah? This one here, Miss. Yeah, you are writing Miss. Maybe Miss Fanny. Miss Fanny. You are writing about Miss Fanny. Or you are Miss Assumpta. Yeah? Miss Fanny. But if you write Miss, means that this person here is single, not married, is still a lady. Yeah? You need to differentiate about that. You need to differentiate about that. Then we have I say Mr. We have Mr. Edwin, Mr. Edwin without S. Without S, we have Mr. Edwin, Mr. John, Mr. Karani, Mr. Your father is a Mr. You can, maybe he's a doctor, or you can also Dr. Jen, Dr. Rukundo, Dr. the people that you can name. The ending of the letter depends on how you have started to see below that if it is common now to put the subject of the letter directly below the salutation, and this will be in the bold or underlined. So the purpose is to give the reader an idea of what the letter is about before reading it, and to be able to pass it on to a more appreciate person if necessary. And if you are reapplying to a letter which had a reference on it, then you should repeat this on your letter properly. Reapplying or you are applying. That is how we are. Let's stop there, and I wish you that we shall continue discussing about letter writing, and after this I believe you're going to write for me a nice, a very wonderful letter, a formal writing letter. I wish you, let's go to the next lesson. And please, I told you that you subscribe if you need more information about me, and things will be okay. I wish you the best. Pasaka Nziza.